guys? I'm Jason, this is the Freebird Garage. A lot of stuff been going on. In the last video, finally tearing down into the Evo motor. Top end dismantled. Now, I've learned some stuff from each of these videos that I put out. Just kind of digging into going, oh shit, probably should do it that way. The last one was definitely a bit of a learning curve of getting into the top end. Nothing too detrimental that I thought. So originally when I took apart the front end here, or the front jug, you know, I popped it off, kind of scared myself because in the service manual it actually wants you to put some paper towels below the jug, and I didn't do that, and I popped it off because there's debris that can fall into the casing of the motor. Obviously that's terrible. You don't want anything to be in there to run and grime and just tear up your pistons, cylinders, and all that stuff. So freaking out, kind of went back into it a little bit, and luckily got the piston to be moved up, and there was nothing that went down in there. So the piston was receded, I'll show you guys right now, into the cylinder. I pushed it up for now and checked. So I moved it a bit so we can actually get to the ring here, but everything is still good. This was farther down, pretty much at its lowest point, and now we are safe and good to go. So we gotta tear apart this second one now, the rear cylinder. And this one's always a bitch, partly because of getting up to these top bolts. This side's easy, but if you hop on to the other side, you got these here, right there, that are all tucked up into the frame. And it is a well-known problem, and a couple different solutions you can pretty much do. You can shave down an nail head down to pretty much a nub, and they'll give you just enough. Look at that. I can't even get my finger all the way through. That's how tight it is in there. So you would shave that down and give you just enough room. I knew I was gonna end up fighting that for the longest time. So what we're gonna do instead, in the correct way, is we're gonna loosen up and remove the front motor mount up here. Gotta get rid of the floorboards here, and then we're gonna drop down the motor and we will remove the cylinder. So that should get us pretty much squared away on getting the top end removed and cleared up. All right, so that is ready to rock. Let's start disassembling once again. Floorboards removed, we now have enough space to be able to drop the front of the motor. Got to remove the front motor mount, of course, but before that, I want to show you guys how tight we have to be able to just drop it a little bit in order to get that rear cylinder to free up for us to get to the top. Right there is where the floorboards were, and it was blocking any space. So it gives us about a half of an inch, maybe a little less, to be able to drop that down, and then we'll be good to go. Now, you could just remove these and then just let the motor slam, but that wouldn't be right. So I have this jack on the table, so I'm going to use that to essentially operate it up and down, and then once it's on the frame, of course, it'll be fine. But I'm not a big fan of leaving tension on the transmission and just hanging there, so use this for our assistance, and let's get it removed. Front motor mount removed, voltage regulator had to come off. Thought I was gonna do that without pulling that whole piece off, but simple enough, 4 bolts and it's out of there. Got to see the front motor mount so far. That looks pretty good. I was expecting more of a wear and tears and all that. It's a pretty common piece, but it looks pretty solid. I may upgrade that while it's off because it's a great spot to kind of beef up, get rid of some of the vibrations and make it even better. Now, we can get to our rear cylinder here with all this. Now, yeah, I get my hand in there. It's beautiful. lowered down easily with that jack. Let's get it done. Alright, so this is what we have so far. Gasket, pull this off. That cleared up. There's the old piston there, ready to be removed. Now, I'm gonna do what the book says, and I didn't do in the last one, is I have to pop this up, and then we're gonna put a bunch of paper towels around the crevice, both sides, so that nothing gets dropped in, crumbs or anything dust-wise, so we're good to go. Both cylinders off, top end cleaned up, and I am stoked. Oh my God, I thought I was gonna be screwed on those two back head bolts. They would not be removed without taking the head off. The frame was just, it was too tight at that point. I thought this was gonna be just a done deal. Start over, remove the primary, everything, but we got that off. And on top of it, the jug, that bolt needed a breaker bar, and I thought I was gonna shred that bolt for sure, and it actually broke loose. Thank God, because I thought I was gonna have to cut the damn motor out of the bike at that point. But we're cleaned up. It is looking awesome. Everything looks good down below. I got my whole lineup of parts behind me. The next part is I gotta get these parts to the engine builder, have them look at them, hopefully get them honed, sized up. I'm gonna put some new pistons on. We're gonna be looking at a cam, new valves for the heads, get the heads all cleaned up so I can tell you guys a little more what this is gonna look like going back in for better horsepower, better performance. And as always, guys, if you have made it all the way through, I would greatly appreciate if you could hit the subscribe button, tap that like, press the notification, leave a comment below, and tell me what you think. For those that have already subscribed, thank you, and as always, stay free, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace!